welcome everybody to another round of World of Tanks subscriber replays. My name as always is Maxwell, and today's first video is from the user A Mudbone. That's A Mudbone. He's driving the VK3002M on a standard battle on the Sacred Valley, and the 3002M is the new tier 6 medium tank for the Germans, often nicknamed the Little Panther, or the Real Panther, depending on how much of a history buff you are and how much you care about these tanks. So on to the battle at hand. Going to be heading off up the left hand flank immediately. Just wanted to run a little house down over there. Maybe we can have him let us know why he decided to run that house down. Maybe just in case of enemy base capping later on. He just wanted to get that house out of the way. So like I said, going to be heading all the way up this right hand flank here to try and get into the buildings and try and ward off any enemy advance here. The allied team seems to be splitting up pretty well at the moment. They're sending a good amount of the heavies and tank destroyers up north, and a good amount of tanks down this right hand flank here. There's a couple of guys waiting sort of overlooking that centre there, but main thrust of this allied advances all the way down this right hand flank and then all the way up that northern flank there. So Mudbone just having a little bit of indecision about where he wants to put himself. Finally heading off into the square, and going to be trying to find himself a good sniping position where he can stay relatively hidden from the enemy and where he's going to be able to get some good shots on them. Enemy 3002 has appeared here, so he's going to have a quick shot at him. Unfortunately, most of that tank looks like it's hidden behind a wall, so it's not going to be very easy to get shots on that one. Whereas this one, playing very aggressively here, but just fades back into the fog of war just in time there. Looks like there's a little bit of lag with the reticule here, probably something to do with server lag at the time. Hopefully that won't get too annoying. So just bouncing on the turret of the 3002 here. Managed to put one through the base of the gun there. It looks like that 3002 is going to be running away now. However, this other 3002 has now surfaced and going to be trying to sneak his way into a defended position. Unfortunately gets himself taken out as he tries to back off. It's T150 getting caught out in the open here. Can he find a shot on that Jagdpanzer? No, not really. So it looks like he does have the penetration to be able to put a shot through the front plate of that T150, but he does have to be careful where he hits. And fingers crossed, if they can keep this guy permanently tracked, they should be able to take him out. Unfortunately, because he's now stationary and hidden behind all those trees and bushes, he has unfortunately faded back into the fog of war, and they've lost track of where he is. So just going to wait for that T150's tracks to come back up, wait for him to make a move either forwards or backwards, and then they should be able to take him out. See an SU-100 pushing through the centre there, not quite got the gun depression to be able to get on target and get him there. So just going to back off ever so slightly, but it looks like he's in too well a defender position. This T150 has reappeared now. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to be as easy to get any hits on this guy as it was before. Oh, that was a nice little shot there. And as some of you noticed, there is a bug at the moment with silhouettes of tanks not always showing up in replays. I have no idea why that happens, and also no idea how to fix it. Look at that. So T150 already raging in chat, calling people hackers and tracking bots. But as you all know, that doesn't really happen in World of Tanks, so get over it. You were just outplayed. You were in a stupid position, got caught, and you were outplayed. So it looks like this SU-100 is still pushing up the centre there. His spotting is able to take out that M4. Nobody else really presenting themselves as targets here. Might be able to get a shot on this Panzer. Yes, he can, in fact. Just waits for his gun to close in. And there we go. That is another kill there for A Mudbone, picking up number 3. Just going to duel it out with his counterpart there, the other 3002, using this rock as a pretty good hull down position. The enemy 3002 can't really get a shot on him, but he can't really get a shot on that guy either. So they're really just going to play peekaboo a little bit here and try and pop a shell through the front of that turret, and there we go. Mudbone able to finally get his shot through and take that guy out. As you see, Sets his sights now on this Su-100 that's pushing up the centre. Has that big 122mm cannon, so definitely a big threat there. So just going to head down the mountain, sneak in behind him. Oh, a little bit unfortunate to miss there, but managed to get alongside him and then take him out. So a nice little piece of work there to just throw himself in and take out the Su-100. Nice piece of work. So the game's very even at the moment at 11 kills to 11, but it looks like the Allies have actually completely lost in the northern flank there, which is probably where most of the enemy tanks are located. As you can see, there's just the T-34. Oh, the T-34 is a little bit exposed there. May be able to get some damage on this one. Looks like that was a 0 damage critical. It looks like somebody's actually started capping the base now, but Mudbone just not panicking. As you can see, he's still got a minute and a half for that capture there. And if he gets too close in on base with tanks up on the hills there, then he's probably going to get eliminated before he can get through all of the buildings and finally take out the guy who is capping. So doing the smart thing of trying to eliminate the guys on the hill first, because as you can see, he's still got 75 seconds, 65 seconds now before this base is captured. And like I said, if he just rushes in there foolhardy, then he's going to get himself peppered by the guys that are waiting up on the hill for him. Couple of T-34s here. One more shot should be able to take out this one, and that is kill number 6. So now there's the Type T-34 and the T-34. So it looks like it's the T-34 that's capping, hidden somewhere. But like I said, if he just rushes in, charges in without really thinking about it, then that Type T-34 could have flanked around behind him and then taken him out. But as it is, just took his time, didn't panic, eliminated the guys that were guarding the cap zone, and then they're going to move in and take out this T-34 at their leisure. And there we go, that is kill number 8 for a Mudbone there in the VK3002M, showing off his skills with this medium tank. So absolutely excellent bit of base defense there and flanking work there. So awesome replay from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Stick around because the score screens are coming right up. And our next video is from the user GT Risking. No idea if that's how it's pronounced, but that's how it looks. GT Risking, and he's driving again the VK3002M on a standard battle on the port, and that's why this video is called Double Trouble, because you're getting a couple of replays from the 3002M. I don't normally like to do this, show 2 videos of the same tank, but both of these replays were pretty exceptional. Especially this one, so decided to bring you 2 videos from this tank. I think you'll be able to put up with it and be okay with it, especially with this tank being very new. You're going to want to get a look at what it is capable of, its weak spots, its weak points, what it's not too great at, and what it excels at. So on to this video. Is going to be taking up a good position in the centre there. This tank's got a good turn of speed on it and a good bit of agility there to get into this central location pretty damn quickly. You see, he kind of made it up here as quick as that Hellcat did, and we all know how fast the Hellcat is. So just going to be sitting here and waiting for the rest of the Allies to make it up here. A few tank destroyers and that heavy tank there, the KV-1. Not really much action to be had in this centre part, so just going to move away and head over to the north, considering that all they have over there is that that Panzer III, is that? It looks like it is indeed a Panzer III. So all they have in that far right-hand flank is that Panzer III there. So he's going to get overrun pretty damn quickly. So the Allies here are going to have to relocate some tanks. You can already see the Panzer IV coming to join Risking here. But as I say that, they decide to make a push on that left-hand side. A little bit of indecision here, not quite sure where to go. You can see targets on that left-hand side, but it looks like those heavy tanks have pretty much got that all dealt with now, or at least got it all in hand. As you can see, the enemy has already pushed that Panzer III out here. Not quite able to take that Hellcat out there, so a little bit unfortunate. He just managed to fade away. Probably made a move there before he was able to land that last shot. This Matilda, though, not going to be as unlucky. Decides to stop in the middle of the road, and his side armour is going to be nowhere near a match for the cannon of the 30-02 there, and Risking picks up kill number 1. So it looks like these guys had that left-hand flank all sewn up now, but looking like they're going to be needing a little bit of support. Guys still pushing very heavily on this right-hand flank now. Nice little piece of angling there. Manages to bounce a shot on his front plate there. Luckily that one getting all soaked up by his track. So just going to head down the hill here, put himself out of harm's way. Those tanks on the right-hand flank have now just convincingly won that fight. Very nice kill there on the other 30-02. Just managing to get his lower plate. So he's kind of doing the smart thing here. It's no good going and trying to engage the enemy head on in the waste ground on the right hand side there, or even near the little port inlet, as that's definitely not a fight that he's going to be able to win heads up, especially with them all being clumped in that area. What he's done here is given them some time to all make their way towards the base, and what that does is it's going to stretch them out, and they're all going to arrive at that base one at a time, and then that's going to allow him the chance to try and pick them off one at a time. As you can see, already doing that with this T-28. A little bit of a shot going awry there, but finally able to take out that T-28. And as you can see, now that they've made it to the base, he's able to come around and just pick them off one at a time, rather than trying to engage them all at exactly the same time over in that waste ground. This Panzer III-4 is now making a run for it, so he can now just take on this Cromwell all by itself. Luckily bouncing that shot, not quite got the turret traverse that he would probably want in that situation, but he is still able to take out that Cromwell. And now this Panzer III-4 is hiding behind the shipping crates rather than making a move. Really, that Panzer III-4 should have engaged Risking here at the same time as that Cromwell. The two of them probably would have been able to double team him and then take him out. As it is, Panzer III-4 becomes his Top Gun medal and kill number 6. So the game was at a little bit of a risk of getting away from them there. They had a lot of enemy tanks moving in on the base. Luckily, Risking was able to drop back with the help of a few of his allies and just mop up those tanks. And now they've just got to worry about what is left. There's a T-150, a 20-01, and that artillery, and then that Covenanter. Looks like the T-150 is going for the cap there. And this thing can be pretty damn tough, so if the T-150 decides to angle himself well with his front armour facing forwards, he's going to have to try and get in close to him. Unfortunately for the T-150, he's leaving himself side on. There we go, finally turning his front armour on, but it looks like the 30-02 has the cannon penetration necessary to just get straight through that front plate. Not sure what the Allies are doing. That Jagdpanzer IV dropping back, and now this 20-01 has appeared out of the wilderness, so Risking is going to have to engage on him and try and leave it to the Churchill Mark III and that Jagdpanzer to drop back and try and deal with that T-150, as he's going to have a duel with this 20-01. Luckily the 30-02 is going to be more than a match for this tank, especially you can just see carouseling around him there. One more shot and he becomes kill number 7. Going to see if we can get a cheeky shot on the T-150. No, both of them bouncing, so he's going to have to be in considerably closer. Oh, that Churchill 3 with 2 hit points left. No idea how he survived that one, but good for him. So the Jagdpanzer looks like he went back to try and defend the base, and the T-150 took him out handily. So it's going to be left up to the 30-02 now of GT Risking to to get back and try and put a shell through the side armour or the rear armour of this T-150, and this shot is going to have to count. If he doesn't land this one or the next one, that's probably going to be a victory for the enemy team. Ooh, very unlucky there. He's probably got 2 more shots left in him. Takes out his track very nicely there with that shot. And then it's just going to be a case of, there we go, Churchill Mark III getting the kill on the T-150. So very nice bit of teamwork there. The risking taking out his track, and then the Churchill Mark III finishing him off. So he's just taunting the enemy slightly in chat there, telling them to come and cap, and he'll deal with them nicely. Just talking some tactics now with the Churchill Mark III, telling him to go and wait in base, just in case that Covenanter does decide to sneak in from one flank, try and get a cap off. While these guys are hunting for them, that Covenanter managed to sneak in. To be honest, with the speed of the 3002, even if that Covenanter did go for a sneaky base capture, you'd probably be able to get back to base in time to deal with that. Although I suppose if the artillery and the Covenanter both did it at the same time, they may be able to get the base cap off before they're able to get back. Oh, and so unfortunate, it looks like the Covenanter's actually AFK. Oh! And the artillery being very smart there and hiding behind the building, covering the Covenanter, knowing that if risking turns up to get him, he can get him flat on the side. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he penetrated and didn't really do enough damage. And this is going to be kill number 9. And an absolutely awesome replay there from GT Risking. So thank you very much for sending that one in. Thank you to you guys for watching. Don't forget, if you've got yourself a great replay, send it to replay@screenreality.com. And if you have yourself a question for our question and answer show, send that to question@screenreality.com. Links for both of those are in the description. Don't forget to leave me a comment letting me know exactly what you thought of these 2 replays, and have a go at guessing which tank and which map is featured in the thumbnail. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.